Going on, Opps SportsCast Nation.
What up, baby?
We live and direct here on this lovely Wednesday evening. Uh, is that right, Dave? Episode 66, or are we at 67?
No,
That
67,
is
man. I don't
nowhere
know
near
what's
right.
wrong with this thing.
67.
It is
And it is
June.
not May 20th.
It is
But
not
Somebody
May
tweaking.
20th. Listen,
Somebody
we're all
tweaking before.
we got it. It doesn't matter. You see our faces. That's all that matters right now. We figure it out as we go. But welcome in live. We'll take care of things on the fly. As you can see, we're a little short-handed tonight. Your boy,
Boo! Don't even mention that chump.
no, we're doing it. Your boy
No,
Peasy.
don't even mention that chump.
Boy Peasy is somewhere in
He's
Virginia.
dead to me.
He's
Nah.
dead to me. He's dead to me. Your boy Peasy's somewhere in Virginia hosting some sort of party in hopes that his Knicks actually win, but we don't see.
They're gonna get stomped. Dave,
All
I
right,
know
all right,
you're a
all
Knicks fan. I love you. I love you,
All right.
Dave. I'm sorry you got to catch this
Okay, I was
straight,
gonna say, man.
but Spurs in 5.
Ah! Oh man.
I'm
Look,
sorry you got to catch that
Look,
straight.
yeah,
Spurs
right.
in 5.
This is what Peasy left me with to deal with, man.
Dang, man.
You just
Yeah,
left
that
me.
was
I was gonna be nice tonight. But to show up and see that, oh, he's not here because the game is on. Whatever. I don't want to hear that. So yeah,
I don't know, man. I got the game all right here. I got
Yeah.
the Knicks here.
bro, I got the
Yankees.
game on my lap. I got the Braves on the big screen. I got y'all on the laptop. We can multitask.
You know what happens. But listen, we're gonna let him have this. We're gonna give him the graces, and we'll talk
We
about
are.
it next week with him. We're just gonna
No
dig
doubt.
into him next week, and
We love you, Peasy. We understand, bro.
we love you, Peasy.
Series gonna be over by then.
Yeah.
Let me
You're
just
right.
say this. Let me just say this, man. You guys are coming down pretty hard on Peasy, man. It's been 27 years since
I
we
don't want to hear all
won
that.
it. Hold on.
Hear all of that, man.
Zeke, come on, man.
No, boo.
It's been. Go ahead. Okay, say your piece. Go ahead. Why?
Nah, I'm listening to you, but boo. I love you. I know you about to say something eloquent and deep, and I'm just gonna look at the screen and say boo. But go ahead.
All right. So we have been giving Peasy a hard time, man. You know about him not being here, and it's been 27 years since our beloved Knicks. You know what it is. Since we've been in this position, I'm not going to talk about the end game, right? But it's been 27 years, right? And he wanted to watch the game, and I feel like we should give him that grace
Most definitely.
because his Mets are down bad right now, right?
Sure.
And he needs a little something, right?
Dave.
And it's been exactly 14,464 days since the Mets last won a World Series. So I feel like we owe him at least this much
That's
because
very
Dave,
there's no hope.
there's 3 of us on this podcast right now. We're all watching the game.
Yep. But listen, Zeke.
I know, man.
Either way, look, Lucito still showed up, man. He's gonna have to fill in here for Peasy a little bit. Lucito, just throw us some comments. We'll throw it out there. You and Peasy typically vibe on the same sports mental, so you know what? You're filling in. You're the Peasy supplement for us today. So we'll be looking out for your comments. But either way, we're gonna give it to Peasy one way or another. Whether it's the Spurs actually do their business out in San Antonio tonight, or whatever happens, we'll make sure to talk to him on the sideline. But it's all love. We appreciate you guys joining us either way. 3-man show. So we're here live and direct, as you heard. It's all about the Spurs Knicks finals. So with that said, let's jump right into it. We don't have to go into the introductions today. It's a slow day. It's a slow day. All right, so we're gonna talk NBA corner. I'm not even gonna change the slides, anything. We're just gonna throw up some of these topics here. All right.
Yeah, let's do it, man. We don't even need to. We're not gonna change scenery, stages, nothing. We're just gonna go for it.
Love it. Love it. Simple, clean.
Streamline. In and out. Boom. Let's go.
You got it. All right. NBA Finals matchup is set, as everyone knows. Knicks
Yeah.
or Spurs. first of the two, first of the 7 game series. Potentially, the first 2 games are in San Antonio. San Antonio gets the home court advantage for the first couple of games. So, guys, let's talk our predictions. Listen, Zeke, you're going live. We already heard it live and direct already, but we're going to start with you, Dave, in the cut. Just give us your predictions.
I'm gonna be real quick. Knicks in 6. That's it.
Ooh,
Knicks in 6. That's
ooh,
it.
Ooh, he rhyming. He got bars. Ooh.
Nah, man,
ooh.
it's not even about that. It's just, I know San Antonio right now, they on a little, they're hyped right now, man. They coming off it, Pop went in there and lit into them and stuff like that. And so now I just saw a shot of Jalen Brunson limping into the locker room. I don't know what that's
Uh
about.
oh.
San Antonio's on fire right now. We down 10.
Oh.
And dudes, we down 8 now. Dudes like just throwing up threes. I don't know what's going on right now, man. But Brunson going to the locker room, man. Us down 8 points with a minute and 4 seconds left in the first quarter doesn't look good. PZ, I don't know, man. You should have came to the show, bro.
Dang, that might have set the tone for the Knicks. But listen, Nicole, you said Knicks in 6.
Knicks and
I'm
6.
going to call it Spurs now in 5. And I like the odds. I mean, here you see it. Lucito says he likes the Knicks, but he feels Vegas will win it. And right now, the Spurs are favored at minus 190 over the Knicks at plus 160 odds. Um, I'm kind of with you on that, not just because I'm a Spurs fan, but because that last series against OKC, the Spurs dogged it out. They willed their way to that win on that series, and so I'm liking my Spurs here as my kids pop in the background as they like to do. But
It's a light show,
What's up,
man.
Gabby?
light show.
What's
All
up,
right,
Gabby?
so Big Z, give us the business.
Yeah, I said Spurs in 5. I'll probably go to Spurs. Dang, Ozzy. Dang, Ozzy. My bad. Ozzy just parked one. I'm gonna go Spurs in 6. It wouldn't shock me if they won it in 5. I'm gonna be sensible and say 6. I want to give the Knicks a little bit of respect, which hurts my soul to do as a lifelong Bulls fan. But this is the toughest task that the Knicks are gonna face all playoffs. They've cakewalked through the East,
Mm,
but
Oh
I
boy.
look at the war that San Antonio went through with OKC, and I think either one of those teams would have had just as much success going through the Eastern Conference Finals.
yeah, and
Um, so I think the Knicks they might be able to pull off a couple games, but I honestly think the Spurs are going to take this one.
yeah, I hear you, Zeke. I respect it. And so, like to kind of touch base on what we talked about a little bit last week. PZ came with the facts. He came with the stats. And so the Knicks, even though a lot of people claim that they had a cakewalk through the East, they talked about the Knicks matchups against the West during the regular season. We talked about the in-season championship where the Knicks put put the Spurs down. And so, I mean, I think that this was the envied matchup that everybody really wanted to see in the NBA Finals after that in-season series. But um, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it. I think it's going to be a great series. Lucito even says it here. Like he says it's got to go to 7. I believe both teams are stacked, even with bench players. And I agree. The depth on both teams are
Yeah.
just it's phenomenal, to be honest. And this is what everybody has wanted to see. This is that 99 matchup. That kind of is coming to light. And so it's gonna be a cool series. To watch, and they just cut to Brunson again walking with the entire team back there. That's not good. So he's the he's the driving factor on that team. He's that force out on the field. So I'm we're curious to see what comes. More news to come with that. But all right, if Peasy was here, we already know what he's got to say. He's going to call it Knicks 5 or 6, and so be it.
Nah, he would have done something goofy like Nick sweep.
Right. You
You
know
know he
what?
like to go bombastic with it.
crazy you say that. A guy at my job, big shout out to Nico, one of the guys who works in Wegman Hall. He told me that if the Knicks beat San Antonio at in San Antonio tonight, he's calling it a 4-game sweep. I don't know, Nico.
What?
I'm not sure on that, but yeah. All right, let's roll on here. Um,
You want to talk about this NBA makes changes to the?
yes,
Did we put that up there?
yeah. So there was a little bit of discussion. There was some discussion that came out from the NBA on their changes. David the cut. Do you have information on the actual changes that came from the NBA front?
So I do. I have a thing that I can read here real
Okay,
quick.
yeah,
All
let's
right.
talk about it.
So it says the NBA passed sweeping anti-tanking reforms, expanding the draft lottery from 14 to 16 teams, and introducing a 3-2-1 lottery system. The new format, approved by the Board of Governors, penalizes the bottom three teams with lessened odds for the number one pick and flattens the lottery chances to heavily disincentivize international losing. I'm sorry, not international, intentional. So let me read that. Let me read that last part again. The new format, approved by the Board of Governors, penalizes the bottom three teams with lessened odds for the number one pick and flattens lottery chances to heavily disincentivize intentional losing. Right.
Mm,
So, and it goes on to say that the 3-2-1 lottery rules for the drawing are structured as follows: the bottom three teams, and it says teams entering draft relegation lose one of their lottery balls, making it harder to secure the top pick.
wow,
So the three, wow, that's crazy. So
that
the
is
the bottom three teams, that means if like those teams are like straight up trying to tank, they're gonna lose one of their lottery balls, making it harder for them to secure the top pick.
wow.
Remaining non-playoff and play-in teams. So this is how this it affects them. The remaining 10 teams that miss the playoffs and the play-in tournament will each receive 3 lottery balls. Okay,
Interesting.
so yeah, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
The number 9 and number 10 seeds, this is how they will be affected. Teams in the play-in tournament picture get 2 lottery balls each. Okay.
mm,
And then the number 7 and the number 8 seeds. So this is how they're affected. Losers of the 7 versus 8 playing games in both conferences are included in the expanded lottery and get 1 lottery ball each.
wow.
That's bananas.
It is. What's scary about all of this is you can actually have a team that struggles all year long, that doesn't do well, is not intentionally tanking, and is penalized for it. So it's going to be interesting to hear, but I think at the end of the day, I think this is a it's a positive forward play from the NBA to incentivize teams to play their hearts out. Regardless of the 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 roster, regardless of the hurdles that a team may be facing, regardless of some of the struggles that they may be going through, to to really push for a great season regardless. And I think that this is a good positive step. Do I think this is the final place where they're going to land? No. I think there's going to be some changes throughout the years to make some adjustments for teams who actually do struggle or are having some, you know, facing some hurdles with personnel injuries and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting, but I think this is a pretty decent play in the NBA to avoid the tanking. What do you guys think?
What you think, Zeke?
I
Zeke.
mean, I'm a Bulls fan, so I ain't got no faith in the lottery, the draft, nothing. It
Yeah,
don't matter. It don't matter. Teams are. As long as I think as long as teams are making money, some of them couldn't care less about making the playoffs.
Right.
They could have a losing season and make money. The owner's like, good, good, good. I didn't have to spend top dollar to try to put a winning product out there. We're in the black. Good, good, good.
Mm,
So I mean, I see the efforts from the league. I applaud the efforts, but um, I don't know. I think it's interesting that you can make the playoffs as a 7 or 8 seed and still have a chance of winning the top pick.
right.
That's pretty bananas.
That it
Yeah,
is.
Um, but I don't know. I mean, teams as long as there's some kind of advantage to being at the bottom of the league, then I think if they really want to do it, make it even.
I like it.
Whether you finish dead last or you just make it. I mean, you're giving 7 8 seeds a play ping pong ball. Just all right. If you don't make the playoffs, everybody got the same chance,
Right.
whether you tank or not. So if you really want to get rid of tanking, do it like that. Everybody gets a fair share.
Good points.
yeah. For me, I personally, I think the NBA front office still has a hand. I don't trust the ping pong ball thing at all, man.
Yeah.
I really don't.
You want to
Because
go back to the frozen envelope, Dave?
you know what, man, I don't know, man. It's like what do you? I mean, either way, we're as fans, man. I don't really think we're ever gonna really be 100% happy with how it
No.
goes. We're
No.
gonna always think your team got there. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, the teams in the finals, of course, they should have the least amount. Everybody in the playoffs should have the least amount. I mean, that's how I see it. But I always feel like, for some reason, I always felt like, and we had plenty of reason to believe when David Stern was running the league that he 100% had his hand in on who was getting the number one through the number three picks, because
Mhm.
the balance of the league. You know what I'm saying? He always said, "Oh, we'll we'll take over a team or force our owner to sell a team, before we just let them not try and let them run a team down," which I
Yeah.
believe that 100%. However, I do believe that that David Stern had his hand, was the puppet master over the envelopes, and I still feel like there's some science behind these ping pong balls. I don't fully trust the system at all, man. They're gonna put the well, what we would call in like in the NBA, in the NFL draft, and lottery, quote unquote lottery picks, like the top 10 picks. They are gonna control where the top picks go, because they're trying to keep the balance of the NBA going. You know what I'm saying? See,
Rookie's got something to say too.
he agrees with me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is.
He like in the cut spitting. So
Yeah,
yeah,
bars, great bars.
yeah,
But yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. I think we really got to see how this kind of plays out, and if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna see some changes to this in the coming years, probably to even things out and to not penalize teams that actually put in the effort, but still just can't seem to get over the slump of the lulls of seasons. So
yeah.
This is going to put the onus on the front office to make better decisions.
there you go.
Stop,
There you
stop
go.
depending on the draft. You got to do
Yep.
better at picking your free agents. You got to do better at picking your head coaches and your assistant coaches. They actually got to do some work now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You're
Amen.
not gonna get. You might not be able to get that superstar in the draft. Like you're not gonna get a Tim Duncan. You're not gonna get a Wemby or a Derrick Rose.
Right.
Sometimes you just gotta put the work in and make your team attractive to free agents.
Absolutely.
So
Put your
do some work.
players in
Spend some money.
positions to win. Put your players in
Amen.
Absolutely.
positions to win. All right. And then we got a little interesting topic here. The NBA's possession factor. I don't know.
Lucito, I saw your comment, man. I just want to hit this real quick.
Yes.
It, Here's the problem. You just pretty much said the Bulls don't have a chance because they're not building shacks anymore.
Mm,
There are no more shacks, and the game is step out, shoot a three. The 7-footers are out playing like small forwards now.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe if we get LSU Shaq where he was pushing the point, but there's no more Lakers and Miami Heat Shaqs. That build is obsolete. So
No, that's a
it
good
would
point.
be nice to have a big man who could dominate. I mean, we have Vooch. The Bulls need Jesus and the disciples at this point.
They
I
need
mean,
something, man.
but even to his point, I mean, yeah, Jokic is probably the closest to a
No,
true
don't.
takeover center. But at the same time, we already know Zeke's feelings on the Joker. But
No.
but to me, I truly
Make me
do
root
think
for
that
him.
he is built the closest in modern day basketball to a real big man who puts fear in the opponent's heart. And so I do like that. But to your point, Zeke, Jokic can pass the ball, he can dominate down the post, and he can throw. I mean, he could put the ball up anywhere on the court. And so I mean, it's definitely a different flair. The game's changed for some time now. So yeah, but let's move on to this last little topic here, Dave. What do we got as headline for this NBA Zest Factor?
So so just to get into this, man. So there's been there's a lot of focus going into June because June is a specific month to celebrate a specific group of people, and a lot has been made about a few of the NBA players that are being highlighted in the playoffs right now. As far as you know, you got Carl Anthony Towns. People like to say, he's very zesty. He acts like he acts like a female. The people talk about Shea Gilgeous Alexander. They say the same thing about him, and I just wanted to. I looked into this a little bit, man, and it's just been something that kind of it's something that bothers me with this whole. I think what sparked it for me the other night, they were talking to Shea Gilgeous Alexander, and he was talking about. They asked him a question. They say, "Have you ever worn the same outfit twice?" And he had a fit. You would have. They. It was like asking one of us if we ever were crossing the street and an old lady was walking towards us and we punched her in the face and just left her laying there. It was like we'd be astonished if somebody said, "What? Have you ever done that?" I'd be like, "What?" That's how he reacted when they asked him if he ever wore the same outfit twice. And so for me, far be it for me to judge an individual because they have money and and they choose to go through clothes like whatever, like they do loaves of bread. But I just found I just it just rubbed me the wrong way. So there's been this talk of going on about these guys and how NBA players. I saw a thing that said NBA players, for the amount of money that they make, they are the absolute worst dressers in all of the sports combined. And I started looking into some of these photos of what these guys are wearing to games, man, and it's actually disgusting to see some of the apparel. There was a picture of Shea Gilgeous Alexander, and I purposely did not get any of these pictures because
Not
I don't want
promote it.
I don't want the ops to be associated with promoting these guys and giving these guys a platform to show this nonsense that they're wearing. But Shea Gilgeous Alexander was wearing a black leather skirt, okay, and some boots that look like a woman should be wearing them. And I'm saying to myself, like, where is this coming from, man? And you know what I came away with, man, is not only that are they lost, but it almost seems like an agenda. It seems like they have this platform and they're using it. A lot of these guys have their own fashion lines, man, believe it or not, and they're pushing this agenda to try to get other men to wear this stuff, right? And so I started thinking about the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And today, a lot of people like they like to push they're trying to change the narrative of what the story of Sodom and Gomorrah is. And you have modern scholars that are saying, well, it was about hospitality because when they were talking about you know how they showed up and they said they wanted to know their guests.
Right.
They were saying that their modern scholars are trying to say, well, that means that you know it was a bad thing to be inhospitable back then, and it
Sure.
was like, no, that's not what they were talking about
No.
at all.
Yep.
They were talking about homosexuality.
Yep.
That's what they were talking about, right? And so I'm seeing this thing now where scholars and theologians are quote unquote revisiting biblical texts, and they're trying to get it to fit and to be more inclusive to what's happening today, to what movements are happening today, and that should not be happening. And I feel like these guys dressing the way that they do and putting that, and the NBA actually promoting that. You not only the NBA, bro, you got ESPN who actually has a camera set up in their pregame show
Oh
to
yeah.
catch these guys walking into the arenas and into the games,
On
so
purpose.
people can see this nonsense, man. And I'm like, they're being the conduit of promoting this crap to our young children, man, to our young basketball fans. And a lot of people may not agree with me on that, man, but it's a sign of, to me, it's a sign of shifting cultural and social values. That's how I see it. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to say, no, 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 it's fine. It's fine because what he's doing is he's expressing himself, and that's how he should be allowed to do that. And of course, he has every right to do that. What I'm saying is, what message you've got these sports leagues again where they force these messages of stop hate, stop this, do and they're forcing the athletes to carry these messages, but they're doing it under the guise of also letting them deliver these subtle messages of it's okay for you to uh it's okay for you to want to wear a dress. It's okay for you want to. I never thought that I would ever in my life see what Russell Westbrook dressed like that. Russell Westbrook was in a skirt with some combat boots, and I'm like,
He-
what is going on here?
yeah.
So I just wanted to bring that to light, man. I feel like what's going on is I feel like it's a battle. There's a battle going on for our young people, man. I feel like they're using these athletes and stations I don't so much see it with when games are like on Fox, because you rarely see basketball on Fox, but I feel like these media outlets are complacent with overly promoting this stuff, man, and showing these guys walking with these ridiculous outfits on, man, and like they're trying to chalk it up to the swag factor or whatever. But for me, I feel like it's a part of the agenda, man. They're coming after our youth. They're
Mhm.
coming after our kids, and they're trying to poison their minds to get them to believe that this stuff is okay. And there's nothing okay with that, man.
Yeah.
A man should not be wearing a skirt unless it's a kilt, and he's
That's like
you know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
I can rock with that because that's their culture. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to talk that down.
Yeah.
That's what they do. But
Right.
when you got a guy rocking that, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm making too much of it, man, because I have been told, you're getting older, man. You got that old man screaming at the clouds, and I get that, man. But
I only say that when you're talking about baseball players having too much fun on the field, man.
I wasn't talking about you, Z.
Okay.
Ah,
I
listen,
wasn't talking about you, man.
Dave.
But the thing is, man, it's when it comes to I have 6 grandchildren, man, and when I see what we're gonna be leaving behind for my grandchildren and my great grandchildren, man, it terrifies me, man, because they're constantly coming for our kids with this nonsense, man.
Yeah, no, Dave, I'm hearing you, and I think you said something. You were like, oh, it's more like the old me, just the old head screaming. But reality is that's just wisdom, to be honest. And what I see is this is like um, one, we're the Opps SportsCast, right?
Right.
So I'm not worried about people not agreeing with us
At
as
all.
long as we're presenting truth.
Right.
And the truth is this, that our battle is not against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities, right?
Amen. Right.
So, so right, the NBA or any organization that is promoting a pride centered month, right? We have to obviously look at that through the lens of Christ and look at that through the lens of God the Creator and understand, like, again, our battle is not with flesh and blood. These individuals are being used as pawns, as tools by the enemy to push these these ideas, ideologies, because that's what the enemy does. He comes to lie, to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And he's looking to take what God designed for humanity and twist it and distort it. And we have to be a voice for truth. We have to be a voice. And sometimes it's hard to look at it from that perspective because, the this guy's enabling it or this guy's doing it, and we have to remember um, to be wise and not casting judgment, but understanding, like, listen, there's bigger motives behind this. Yes, he is a conduit, he is a tool, but ultimately it's the enemy, it's the true enemy that is behind all this, right? And
Yep.
that's why we have to stay prayed up. We have to stay ready. We have to stay. We have to. We have to be ready to give an account at all times for truth. Um,
Amen.
and this is where I'm going to leave this. When it comes to Pride Month, regardless of whomever believes anyone's beliefs and their position. Billy Graham said this: pride is associated with failure, not success. Pride comes in looking at ourselves. Meekness comes through looking at God. When we put ourselves on a position, on a pedestal, where we are focused on all of our abilities and all of our doings, we are minimizing God's greatness, God's design, God's um, beauty and splendor in his original design. And we know the scripture says in Proverbs 16:8, pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before the fall. Pride is not a good thing.
Nah, man.
Pride is not a good thing. And that's a hard pill to swallow because I take pride in my family. I take pride in my loved ones. I take pride in my brothers here. I take pride in knowing the finished work of Christ at the cross. There is a level of pride, but that pride cannot be rooted in self. It has to be rooted in the original design, in the Creator, in the Savior. And so we have to be careful when we speak on pride, whether it's on that front or on a simple front. We have to truly take a moment to self reflect and say, all right, is this really important? Is this really what I want to do? Do I really want to put this on a level of God? And we have to be cautious. And again, we have to stay prayed up and ready to go at all times, but to be ready to give an account. And well said, Dave. I'm appreciative
Yeah,
of
man. No
what you
doubt.
said there.
So I just wanted to bring that up. Zeke, I don't know. Did you have something to add to that, man? Or come on, man, keep it real. This is,
Fine.
this is your time, man.
We don't
Say
have to agree, but I respect it.
Um, I don't know. There's just a lot of things that we talk about on this show that bothers y'all a lot more than it bothers me.
All right,
This
keep it
this
real,
this
man.
happens to be one of them. Um, I it's I think it's an easy target because they call it Pride Month, and we can run to the Bible and talk to the scriptures about pride and all that good stuff, and how it's a bad thing. Maybe if they called it LGBTQ plus awareness month or something like that, it would offend people a lot less. I'm not sure. We have Black History Month. We have Hispanic Heritage Month. We have Women's History Months, and throughout those months, people talk about things that they're proud of from their heritage or things that they're proud of from uh, examples that women have said or whatever the theme for the month is. So this one just happens to be about gay pride. Um, it doesn't bother me. I hear what you're saying about the push though, Dave, in the NBA and these different organizations that have these platforms. Um, they try to say there's not an agenda, um, but their actions say otherwise.
Yep.
Um, that picture that you were talking about with SG, I saw that picture too, but I believe that picture was photoshopped. I saw another picture of the actual outfit that he had on. It was slightly more manly than what the skirt was. I mean, it was we're still talking about some tight leather pants, but uh,
Right.
it wasn't the skirt and the boots.
Oh yeah,
Um,
they may have
but
got me with that. They may have got
yeah,
me with
yeah,
that.
because I'm not going to front. They got me too. So I did a little digging and saw that I
Yeah,
saw the actual picture in some of the comments
the
on the
Westbrook
post.
pictures
So
definitely they didn't get me with that
Westbrook was wilding.
That was always
He's
the play.
because
infamous
he
for
had
some of
those
his
pictures in his catalog for his clothing line, and I'm like, what?
yeah
Him and
Westbrook.
Harden.
We saw him in 4K coming through the tunnel and some questionable stuff. So uh, yeah, I mean it. These they do. I can't even say they're sneaky about it. They'll say, like you said, stop the hate and spread love, which is good.
Yeah,
I agree with it, but then they turn around and they want you to be quiet about your opinion while spreading theirs. Um, this goes back to we had a discussion about this before, the whole concept of shut up and dribble.
yes,
Um, I hate when people scream shut up and dribble or they scream stick to sports when the topic being pushed doesn't align with what they want to talk about or it doesn't align with their beliefs. But when the agenda supports their ideologies, they want to champion and say we need more of this, we need more of this. Nah, when I turn the TV on to watch a baseball game or a football game or a basketball game, I don't want to hear about anybody's agendas. I don't want to hear about anybody's politics. I don't want to hear about anybody's faith. I just want to see ball. I don't want to. I don't want to feel convicted for cheering against Tim Tebow. You feel me? Tim Tebow played for the Florida Gators. I'm a Seminoles fan. I can't like Tim Tebow. It's against everything in my sports DNA to like Tim Tebow. But
hmm
I got to root for him because he kneels and prays before every game. Nah, I mean, I hope to see you in heaven, but I hope you lose this game, huh? Um. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I hear you, man. I appreciate your take on that, Zeke, and you know, I'm not here to change your mind on that, but the one thing that you said, something that kind of just sticks in my mind is, we talk about pride, whether it be LGBTQ or Pride in Black History Month. A lot of the leaders that bring us to a place of remembering Black history, the MLKs, the Frederick Douglasses, these individuals stood on Christian principles. They stood on principles of truth in a lot of instances. And although, like any of us, they fell short, Christ was preached. And I remember back to Paul writing the letter to, I can't remember exactly where, but he's writing a letter to a church and he says, do I get upset about this because these individuals are preaching because of their own motives, because of their own takes? And at the end of that, he goes, so be it. If Christ is preached, I'm all about it. As long as you're pointing back to Christ. Pride Month, when it comes to this time of year, it's not pointing to Christ. And I just can't pump with it. I can't get behind a month that screams pride about something that goes completely against the design that our creator placed. And so I understand, and maybe this is a time, and this is not the time and the place for this discussion to fully hash out. But I hear you. I respect that take, and I think it takes a little bit of humility to come to that point to say, you know what, I can't let everything like that bother me, and I appreciate that. Um,
It is more of a more of a tats discussion.
yeah, absolutely. But
Jamma and Don Dada.
most definitely, that's some good stuff. Y'all do the
Facts.
streets, baby. The tats went in. Those guys are something. But as we close up this NBA topic, the looks like Brunson's back out on the court. He went back there, probably got a shot in his leg and his knee, wherever he had to go,
Something
and
illegal.
something
Test them.
came back out. And the Knicks are they're putting up a fight right now.
Yeah,
I'm not
man, we
gonna
got
lie.
it. We got within one, I believe, and then before the half, it kind of
Yep.
what is 6 point lead now for the
Yeah,
Spurs,
I think it's a 6 point lead currently, but
but it's a
so
game.
it's a game. It's a game, and if this is how the games are going to go, it's going to be a great series to watch.
Yes, sir.
Um, all right, let's move on. Let's go into the MLB corner, or do we leave MLB for last? What do you think?
Uh, Actually, do we have MLB? What do we have for MLB?
I think this
I
is
Oh
snuck
yeah, yeah.
something in
Let's
there
leave.
earlier.
Yeah, let's leave that for last because we'll go with NFL real quick and just kind of
all right.
talk through that.
Let's get into Zeke's favorite NFL,
Oh
baby.
God, it's
Yeah,
NFL.
June. Nobody
NFL.
cares.
it's just two
Listen,
topics, man.
two main headlines. That's all we're going to discuss. Two
Where's
main
that
headlines.
15-minute timer at?
Right? You're right. You know what? Don't even worry about it. I'm going to be straight and cut to the point. Um,
Okay.
I'm going to start with the Miles Garrett to the Rams trade. My boss at work is a diehard. I'm not going to call him a diehard. He is a loyal Browns fan. He saw the Browns through and through these years, and I asked him today. I was like, another Josh Walters. Hey, what do you think about this Miles Garrett trade? And he looked at me straight up. He goes, you know what? I didn't invest much emotion into it. He goes, the Browns are just Browning. Um, and they didn't win with Miles Garrett, a generational talent. And the likelihood of them winning in the next couple of years is slim to none. And to waste such a talent, to not give him the ability to walk away with a chance at a ring, was
Yeah,
was almost an injustice to him. And they man, the Rams gave up the bag for Miles Garrett. Feels like they're not only paying the man, but they got a first round and a bunch of picks for the next coming years. And so the Browns, if they're smart, they have the ability to turn those picks into something great, whether it's trades or actual draft picks. And so is it likely? Probably not. But can they? Who knows? You never know. And so for me, I look at it from that perspective. I think it was a great trade. It's not good news for the NFC East because Miles Garrett on the Rams. Oh my gosh, that is
problem, man.
dangerous, man. Dangerous.
Problem.
That dude is gonna be a dog. Um, but
And they're talking about Aaron Donald might come back, man.
they said Donald is ready. He says he's ready. He's got workout videos showing he's in prime. And I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls a BG, a Brandon Graham, comes back after retiring and says, "You know what? I got one more in me. Let's go, Rams." I think the Rams have the rights to his name still, based on the contract when he retired. So
Yeah.
it might be possible. And I think Aaron Donald's the type of guy that'll take the league minimum for a veteran just to do it. And so that's scary, man. It's a scary time for the NFC right now. And speaking on the NFC,
Hey, didn't they get real quick? Didn't they
but
get Tyreek Hill too?
the Rams.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. That
I,
might be.
I thought maybe my son-in-law said something to me about it because he's a Rams fan.
You can't trust him. He's a Rams fan.
So it doesn't
That's
look like
true.
he's landed yet, but the predictions are um, showing him to potentially be talking with
Oh,
the
okay.
Chargers or the Rams. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
It's still in question, but Tyreek's still got. I don't even know if he's fully healed from that ACL injury.
Well,
That's a.
he-
That's a.
he's gonna
That's
need some
still an
money.
empty. Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely.
Gonna need some money because he's yeah. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. But we'll also talk a little bit about AJ Brown. I'll let you guys go in on this. Listen, AJ
I got nothing, pimp.
traded to the Patriots. I said it in the group chat, and I'll admit it. I say it's his loss. And there's a bunch of stories coming out, right? I try not to pay too much attention to a lot of this media stuff, until things are confirmed or things are valid. People confess, people speak up, people show that there might be some truth to rumors. That's when I start looking and paying attention. And reality is this: AJ Brown was for the Eagles last year a bit of a negative Nancy, if you will. Um, I think there was some validity to what he said. I almost didn't believe that he was going to be traded because of what teams were going to have to give up. And looking at what the Patriots gave up for him, a first round pick in 2028 and a fifth round pick in 2027, they have two of them. It'll be the better of either position of the picks for that fifth round in 2027. And so, I feel like that's pretty steep for a player who's approaching his 30s, and had some injuries last year, and has proven that he cares a little bit more about his personal accolades than he does about the entire team. And I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it here. I wish the best for AJ. It's going to suck not seeing AJ Brown in an Eagles jersey. But to be honest, if it means a man like Devonte Smith can come up to that one position and get the shine that he deserves, this man is a Heisman Trophy winner. He puts up consistent numbers. He has been one of the most consistent receivers that the Eagles have had in the past 5, 6, 7 years. And so I'm happy for Devonte to get this nod, and I'm going with the beat writers here. He's going to get his first All Pro nod, and I don't think the Eagles are going to drop the ball whatsoever when it comes to the wide receiver room. I think they're going to excel, and I think that they're going to be the team that they were 2 years ago. Talk to me about these trades.
I just got 2 points to make here. So AJ Brown was hurt during the season last season. AJ Brown also led the Philadelphia Eagles in receiving yards and receptions last year.
All
Thank
by
you,
his demand. Yes.
thank you very much. I defer the rest of my time to the gentleman in the top right hand corner, Big Brother Zeke.
I hope it
That's all
all
I got.
blows up and collapses on the Eagles. You know I love seeing the Eagles struggle, so I don't see how this is AJ's loss. He didn't feel appreciated. He didn't feel like the offense was being run properly. Yeah, he led the team in receptions and yards and all that good stuff, but he didn't feel like they were doing enough to be successful. So he voiced his opinion. I don't understand why that's always viewed as a bad thing. I mean, especially if he's one of the top players on the team, he should have the right to voice his opinion. Um, this is gonna suck for Peasy because Peasy hates to see the Patriots do well, but I think the Patriots are gonna explode with him on the team. You give a weapon like that to my man Drake May, and I don't know, man. I see this as a win for the Patriots, and I don't see this as addition by subtraction for the Eagles. I mean, yeah, Devontae gets to step up and be in that role, but who's the number two? Who's gonna step up behind Devontae? I don't know if you guys got anybody that
Cooper DeJean, isn't it?
Oh yeah, my bad. Championship.
Uh, uh, so listen, stop. you guys are wild.
All pro cool.
Right now in the wide receiver room behind Devontae Smith is
Mm-hmm.
Elijah Moore, Hollywood Brown, the rookie Makai Lemon, who has a chip on his shoulder and is ready to go.
Who's going to be a lemon?
We still got Dallas Goddard.
Yo,
We also drafted a top tight end, um,
Yeah,
Stowers,
that guy.
Eli Stowers. Everybody's talking about the numbers. So listen. You guys can talk what you want, but let me just talk here. Stephon Diggs still a Patriot? I don't know. No one knows right now. No one knows the condition of Stephon Diggs.
they did him dirty, man. They
Yeah, but
really did, man.
he's also got too many legal issues. He's got so much going on, and you know what? Who knows? But to be honest, you want to talk about mm, addition by subtraction, subtraction by addition. Right now,
Listen,
everything's in question for the Patriots. All
I
they have is AJ Brown in the wide receiver room. All they
listen.
have for double man coverage. Who else is going?
Let me say this real. I find it very rich that anybody from the Patriots organization would worry about legal issues
Hey,
with a player when you got Bob Kraft sitting in his booth with with Travis, what's my name, Travis, whatever the cat's name is, man.
Travis Scott.
Scott, the cat that had the concert where the stuff burned up and collapsed and all the people got hurt and some people lost their
Mm-hmm.
lives, right? You got Meek Mill in there, you know what I'm saying? Meek was actually, he was doing a bid and he had,
Right.
he was associated with some dirt napping. Let's put it that way. All right? And
Mm-hmm.
so we want to talk about Stefan Diggs being accused of like going upside the head of his chef, who was clearly lying. If anybody saw any of us 2 seconds of that trial, which was ridiculous, the man
mhm.
was fully exonerated. Um, I wouldn't be worried about legal issue. I mean, you want to talk about baby mama stuff? I mean, him and Cardi B, whatever, man. That's nonsense, man. That's stuff in his home. That don't have he didn't put his hands on her or nothing like that. He wasn't arrested for any of that. This woman actually accused him of a crime and she lied on him. And then, they let him go, man. They just cut bait, which was crazy. He told him, he was like, "Stick with me. I didn't do this. If I was guilty of something, I would tell you guys, but I didn't do anything." But I digress, man. It's just Bob Kraft is the last person to be looking at somebody and talking about they had a run in with the law or whatever, man.
Let me ask you guys a real question. Let me ask Zeke a question.
Dang, why is he?
Terrell Owens. Was Terrell Owens a locker room issue?
Terrell Owens was an outspoken wide receiver who people didn't appreciate. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and act like he didn't rock the boat, but I'm not going to sit here and change my story. When we're talking about AJ Brown, I see a lot of Terrell Owens in that situation.
Yes,
He
sir.
didn't like the way things were going. He spoke up about it.
Yes, sir.
His quarterback's feelings got hurt, so they moved him.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's the same thing. Same thing that happened with AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. Same thing happened with T.O. and Donovan McNabb.
Yes, sir. And here's where
T.O. came out and said some things. Donovan McNabb feelings got hurt. They got rid of T.O.
yep. And here's where my point is. AJ Brown, Terrell Owens, Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is no besides his legal trouble, he's also been known as a locker room sore. And
What outspoken wide receiver isn't considered a diva or a locker room cancer?
I feel
Randy Moss, they said he was a locker room sore.
yeah, absolutely. But at the end of the day,
That's the nature of the position. They're divas. We know that.
the difference though is your outspokenness should not become a distraction for the great alternative for the great motive of the team, especially when you're saying you're a great and you want the ball, but in the playoffs you drop all seven that come your way.
Here's the thing.
And so let's not pretend like the attitude did not cause a bit of a distraction, not only for the locker room, for the team, so the media could feed off of that, but also did not translate on the field. I mean, what did Stephon Diggs do in the Super Bowl? They didn't even score a touchdown. Like, let's be real. But again, here you go. Justin Jefferson. There you go. Thank you. Top wide receiver. He's not a complainer. JJ McCarthy played horrible. But Justin Jefferson didn't put himself in a position to talk junk and to speak loud. Did he speak his facts? Actually, I'm sure he did. But he still showed up. He still did his job. And when the ball came his way, he still caught it. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. And to have two locker, who knows if Stephon Diggs goes back to the Patriots? But that's why I say his loss, because we know what happens when you get really loud in the locker room.
Yep.
The team doesn't always seem to function properly. And so I I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a professional. I'm not a wide receiver. I can't speak. I can't say I've been in their position and understand what it's like to have that type of ability but not be utilized to its to maximum. But at the end of the day, football is not a one man sport. You got 12 people out on the field, 11 people out on the field. It's a whole lot of people and a whole lot of ball to move around. But let's that's enough of that. All right, let's get into some business here, so we can close this off. So I can get back to enjoying this Knicks game, Knicks and Spurs game. MLB corner, fellas. Biggest surprises so far. Here we are. What are we? A quarter way into the season?
A couple months
Third.
in.
Sure,
Third.
third of the way into the season.
Yeah, I
What do you
literally just heard them say Monday we were
Wow.
third of the way in.
Okay. So
Really?
one
Dang.
third of the way in this
Crazy.
season. What do you guys think? What are your biggest surprises so far? What are your biggest takeaways from this season? Teach me. Zeke.
Go ahead, Zeke.
My first biggest surprise is how well the Tampa Bay Rays are playing. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Maybe it's a bit of home cooking. They were able to get back into their dome after it was destroyed by a bad storm last year.
Mm.
They got back in after some repairs, and they are doing. I think they go like, if not the best record in the league, second best record. Um, Behind my other biggest surprise, which is gonna sound weird, but the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, you
Um,
guys got the best record.
Here's the thing: am I surprised that we're one of the top teams in the league? No, I expected that, but I expected that with the roster that we had before spring training started. We have had so many injuries, specifically to our pitching, um, where it's like you look at our rotation and it's like Chris Sale and the Junkyard Gang. Um, it's amazing and astonishing and very impressive how um, my boys have been pitching. Spencer Strider started on the injured list, um, and he came back. He had a rough outing in his first. They did him dirty. I didn't like the fact that they brought him back in Colorado. That's a rough landing spot for your first game of the season, first game of the year after being out for most of last year. But um, he's pitching well. Chris Sale is doing Chris Sale things. You got Bryce Elder, who is pitching very, very well. Grant Holmes goes out and does his thing. If you look at our offense, Ronald Acuna is just now starting to pick up, but he was scuffling for the first couple months. Austin Riley hasn't hit his stride yet, and yet we're still balling because we got the likes of Dom Smith and Mauricio Dubon and Mike Yastrzemski. And this is I want to give a shout out to my workout bench. I got a weight bench in the back. It keeps popping into the screen. That's just a sign. Your boy got to start. Your boy got to start using it. Get it out the box. Start
Oh,
moving some. Start pumping some iron.
that's
Um,
funny.
but yeah, we getting a lot of help from, as Shaq likes to call it, the others. And it reminds me of when we went on that run in 2001 where Acuna got hurt right around the All-Star game, and we brought in guys like Adam Duvall and Eddie Rosario and Jock Peterson to kind of fill that void, and got a lot of help from a lot of unsung heroes.
Mm.
So I'm hoping that we can kind of keep this momentum. It's kind of, I get kind of nervous when I see a team start this strong, because it's like, all right, can you keep this momentum up all year? Like when is the shoe gonna drop? And we got a nice healthy lead right now, but it's June and the Phillies are playing some good ball. I'm not too worried about the Metropolitans right now.
Mm.
But the Phillies are balling. The Nationals have a young team that kind of scares me. The Marlins tend to shock everybody every now and then, so I'm very surprised at how well they're doing. The Braves, and I hope that we can keep it up because yeah, it's fun to watch. I'm gonna watch baseball regardless. I'm not gonna be like
Right.
your boy Peasy and just shut it down. Oh, the season's over. I'm just gonna start focusing on scouting notes for the NFL. Nah, it's baseball season, so I'm gonna watch regardless.
Yeah, man.
But it's much more fun to watch when my boys are doing good. So
Right. I mean, I got the
yeah,
Dodgers on right now. You know, I can't stand them. Ball is
right. But it's
ball.
baseball, pimp.
That's it, man. Because we gonna be relegated to the KBO next year. They gonna have us watching baseball at 3:30 in the morning because of this strike. You feel me?
On some old COVID type stuff.
Facts, man. We gonna be watching COVID ball 2.0 next year, man. You know,
KBO and reruns of the World Baseball Classic.
hey, man, I'm all for it, bro. At least there's gonna be fans in the seats, so we'll get to see what real KBO baseball looks like. And this, I'm gonna tell you, man, it's gonna be on full run. They're gonna,
Yeah,
the networks, they're gonna recalibrate so we're able to watch some form of baseball over here because these dudes are definitely headed for a strike, bro.
yeah. I hate it.
They just threw
Niggas like
snowballs at each other this week just to kind of tick each other off, man. It was like, anyway, so
these leagues can't get out of their own way, man. We finally
yeah,
start picking up some momentum, and they're gonna stumble over themselves.
yeah.
So
So
I know we're talking real loud, and I want to hear your discussion there, Dave. But I know it's a little early. Again, we're a third into the season, but the odds for the World Series hasn't changed a whole lot right now. You still got LA at plus 200.
oh yeah.
You got the Yanks at plus 550. You got the Mariners at plus 750, and then you got the Braves at plus 900.
Let me go drop some money on the Braves right quick.
I would swap
Woo-wee!
out the Yankees and the Braves
Yankees
because
Braves.
yeah, I would swap the Yankees out.
Dave,
Braves. Now listen,
for the sake of our friendship, I don't want that, man.
now listen, listen, man, listen. The Braves pitching staff, bro, has been our pitching staff is in shambles right now, man. We can't. Garrett Cole gave up.
Garrett Cole just got rocked.
Yeah, man, and he gave up. He gave up some like he just didn't even look like himself. Once he gave up the 2-run home run tonight, he looked like he was going into pout mode like he always does.
Yeah,
And then Cam got rocked last night. We're just on a downward trajectory right now. I do hear rumors that we might be getting Adley Rushman from the Orioles.
wow.
Yes, yeah, that's what's going on right now, man. The big rumor mill is because Austin Wells is doing nothing. That dude's batting like 109, bro, and
Mm.
showing no signs of coming out of it. But yeah, I would swap the Braves with the Yankees. I would go Yankees. What did they have? They said the Dodgers, Yankees. Who was next?
Mariners,
Ma-
Dodgers, Yankees,
Mariners.
Mariners, then Braves.
So they had the Braves at plus 900. They had the Yankees at plus 500. I would swap those two. Yankees are going. We're going nowhere, bro. I'm sorry.
You
Not
know
what
what?
we
Every year you say that, and every year the Yankees are in the
Listen.
pennant,
Did,
the
did we
league finals, the
did we win the
championship
championship?
series.
Did we win the series last year?
Oh, I forgot. I'm talking to a Yankees fan.
We
World
went
Series or bust.
nowhere, bro. We went nowhere. I
No,
don't
we
care
went
about.
no deep into the playoffs. Nah, that's nowhere.
Listen, man.
Dang, that was hurt. That was some pain that came out of Zeke just now.
And
They-
listen to me.
I'm
playoff
just
went
saying,
nowhere.
like it must be nice to just live in that penthouse where it's literally championship or bust.
Here's the thing.
Like,
This is what I need people to understand, right? My Yankees, right? My Yankees weren't the Derek Jeter dynasty year Yankees.
Mm.
I
My
know
Yankees
your
were
Yankees were in black and white.
my Yankees were the Greg Nettles, let's go back a little bit. The were the Reggie Jacksons, the Willie Randolph, the Greg
Yogi
Nettles.
Berra,
Yeah.
Phil Rizzuto, Whitey Ford.
But I'm saying, like, in junior high school and high school, I was in junior high and high school in the '80s, man, and we were not great. We had a legacy of having, Donnie Baseball, man, and we didn't get that dude one chip, man. We didn't get a single chip for Donnie Baseball. We barely got him into the playoffs, man.
Mm.
And so I lived through those '80s, man, where the dynasty, the Moes and the Jeters and the Pettits and the Posadas, that's not my Yankee group. That's not my, you know what I'm saying? That's not my Yankee era.
That's mine. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't rock with that. I'm not. It's cool that we went and we got all of those chips then, man. But that's not the era that I was suffering through. I suffered through a really bad stretch, coming home from school and listening to freaking Phil Rizzuto, yelling "Holy cow" on the radio, but we still wasn't winning any chips. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, it's championship or bust, and so right now, man, it's like if we're not winning a chip, I don't want to hear about, oh, we won 95 games or we won 98 games. I don't care about any of that, man. Did we bring the chip home? And if we didn't, it's just whatever, man. I don't want to see you next year and watch Cashman do the same thing over and over again. I'm ranting right now and I need to stop.
Not
So
good.
let me talk
Get it
real
off
quick.
your chest, man.
I'm good, man. Let me talk about my biggest surprises real quick.
Yes.
I got three. I'm very surprised that some of the biggest hitters in the game, man, are struggling so bad right now. One being Manny Machado and Tatis, man. These guys are like,
Dude just hit his first home run the other day.
I know it was a 451 feet,
Yeah, it was
but
a bomb.
I'm shocked that these guys are like they're struggling. The hitters are struggling the way that they're struggling right now, man, in the league. There's a few of them. Cal Raleigh. I'm not to joke around, man. Like, we saw what Cal did last year. Cal is a bona fide hitter. Like, the boy hits long balls, man, and I'm just very shocked
Mm.
at the season that he's having this year. I'm just it's kind of weird, man, to see guys that mash like not mashing. So that's number one for me. Another surprise is the how quickly some of these guys are coming back from injury, man. Like, that's a
School.
huge shoulder and elbow stuff, man. And these guys are getting these procedures, man, to clean up what is it
Loose
called?
bodies.
Loose bodies in their elbows and stuff that would typically take them out for 2 to 3 months, man. They're getting ready, Scooble's getting ready to come back. I think Scooble's throwing
He's
already.
already pitching.
The young cat from Cincinnati, he's actually pitching already too, throwing already too. I don't think he's made it back to the show, but what's his name? You have him on your
We
fantasy
talking
team.
about Hunter Green?
Yes, Hunter Green.
Yeah, Hunter Green's pitching. Hunter Brown down in Houston. He's
Yes,
he's throwing again. Like these injuries that used to take guys out for, like, they were talking All-Star break for Scooble, and
yeah,
he's probably gonna be back next week.
yes. And then I'm surprised. Lastly, I'm surprised that I'm very surprised. I'm not gonna front. I'm very surprised at how bad the Mets are. I'm not even joking around. I'm very shocked at how much talk went into how Steve Cohen was going to do all of these great things. If they hadn't won a championship in 5 years, it was a bust. It wasn't success. It wasn't a success. I'm just shocked to see that there is actually a GM that has unlimited resources at his disposal, can go and suck worse than Brian
Mm.
Cashman with the same exact type of access to the same type of money. And so, and it's ironic that they're both in New York. They're both New York baseball teams, both GMs, both like incredibly sucking at the same job in the same market. Not really a surprise, but I'm shocked that it's happening over in Queens though, man, because well, all the talk that went in, not only just from the fans, man, but from the owner. We're gonna do anything, man. I was a childhood fan of the Mets. I've always wanted to do it. This is like my toy. I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna and then you got like, man, just it's just crazy to me, bro, where they are right now. So I'm very shocked by those three things, man. That's all I got.
Shout
Interesting.
out to the NL Central. Every team in that division is over 500.
Yo, that's dope.
That's a division that has the Pirates. I saw Lucito's comment about the Pirates and the White Sox doing
Oh,
their thing this year.
did we
But
put that up or no?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I
Josh,
picked that up
Okay.
as you were talking.
Okay.
you were waxing poetic about how much your Yankees suck, even though they win a whole lot of games and they go deep into the playoffs, but they buns.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Yeah,
something I just learned is the MLB trade deadline is pretty late into the season, if you ask me.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
it's not until August. So,
yeah.
who are you expecting as your big top moves in this off or in this before the trade deadline, and where are you expecting them to go?
So let me get out mine out of the way real quick. Scuba will be gone. I heard the incredibly dumb Harold Reynolds say on MLB Network 2 days ago. I knew that was going to get a reaction from Zeke. This is what this dude said. He's like, I see the Mets going and get Scuba. And first of all, I was thinking, he's like, they have to have him. It's a no brainer. Well, here's your no brainer spin. First of all, they're why would they go get Scooble if they're not making the postseason? Why would they
Right.
rent Scooble for 3 months? How does this dude have a job, man? Why would they rent Scooble for 3 months, give up prospects, and they and listen, they have a good farm. Now, I'm not going to front on that, but why would they give that up when they could just wait 3 months and go sign the dude and let Stevie throw all that money at him and just sign him in the in the postseason?
Hmm.
I give you Harold Reynolds. I have no idea how this guy has a job.
Leave
I,
Harold alone, man. Stop messing with my boy. Um, I mean, I heard Scooble to I heard the Phillies and the Yankees.
what?
I didn't hear him say the Mets, but I heard some talk on MLB radio about how the Yankees would be a decent landing spot for him.
I mean, it would, but like
How much I
money.
would have to give up for him.
Yeah,
Dave is like, I don't want Scoob. I'm saving all my chips for Paul Skeens.
Skeensy, baby. That's who I want. Y'all could keep Scooble, man. Skeens, who hasn't won a thing.
Right, right, right. The Skeens was Cy Young last year.
No, I'm
Um,
just saying, man. I mean, he has,
yeah,
I get it, but
he's a baby. He's what 24 now.
yeah, man. It's like,
He's a pup.
and he
Josh,
and I know he wants to be a Yankee, man. People cannot convince me that dude don't want to be a Yankee, man. I'm sorry. You just
I
when
don't
he was
know,
at,
man. If the Pirates keep turning it around, they might be able to convince him to stay.
I don't
He's
know.
got some time left.
I think it's Livy, man. I think his
I
fiance
really
is.
hope. See, and I hate when they do stuff like that though. Like, do what's best for your career. Don't do what's best for her shopping habit.
But the thing about it is, here's the thing. Like he was saying how he loves New York City so much. He loves coming to New York,
That's
and
cool. It's a nice
no,
place to visit.
no, but what he was saying, the way he was looking around Yankee Stadium when he came there for the game and stuff, man, you could just see like he was enamored with the place. And when you have teammates hinting like under their breath saying, you know, Paul really loves New York, and I don't know, man. It's just I think Livy Dunn, man. I think honestly, I think she is good for his career because she was a gymnast at LSU, man, and she turned her whole presence into marketing. She seems to be a marketing genius, you know what I'm saying? Because she's pushed his profile up, helping him to build his brand. It's just both of them when they were just in college, man. So I just think that and then there's a little tidbit. I don't know if you guys knew this, but she tried to buy Babe Ruth's old apartment in Manhattan. And the society that owns it, she offered a lot of money for it, and they turned her down. And they told her, the lady said she's a lovely person, but they don't want the type of attention and traffic that having someone of her stature would bring to the building, because there are people that have lived in that building for 60, 70 years, and they like the peace and quiet of the building, and they don't want that kind of, she was hurt, but she understood.
Yeah,
So, I mean, why would you go through all this, rigmarole if you weren't going to try to land in New York, man? I don't know. He may want to
it'd
be
be
a Met. Who knows? He
Mm.
may want to
hopefully,
lose the rest of his life.
I guess, as long as they pay him enough.
I don't think Paul's built like that, man. I think he
He
wants.
he seems like a different cat, man.
Yeah, man. So, anywho,
Maybe he'll end up in Atlanta. I don't know.
yeah. You
Man,
never know, man. You never know.
crazier things have happened, right? Look at the Dodgers; they got everybody.
Yeah, they do.
All right,
Whatever.
whatever. Let's not get Dave in the cut started with them. All right,
No.
we got two more things here. You got MLB celebrates Lou Gehrig Day.
Yeah.
That's a name that's familiar. Talk about it.
Iron Man. God bless him, man.
Yeah.
God bless him,
Was it
man.
2130?
Yes, sir, man. And you know, ALS, man.
Sheesh.
Yeah, took him out way too young.
ALS is wicked, man. And it's just like, I hope, I hope that less and less people will become affected by that, man. Just if
Yeah.
you knew the specimen of man that Lou Gehrig was, and to see him broken down to what he was before he passed away because of ALS, it's just it's sad, but it's also a great thing that a disease that took his life, that had a name before he
Mm-hmm.
got it,
Yeah,
started being known as Lou Gehrig's
Lou
disease
Gehrig.
because of the influence that he had and because of who he was, man. So, and I just learned actually today that Tim Kurchkin had a brother that he lost to ALS, and
oh wow.
so yeah, man. So it's like, that disease, man, has affected so many people, man. I just hope they find a cure for it.
Sad.
Yeah. I always marvel at the story of Lou Gehrig, about how his streak started. Well, Wally Pipp wasn't a slouch. He was the first baseman for the Yankees, and
Yeah,
he came to work and said, "Hey, boss, I got a headache. I can't play today," and never got his job back.
never got it back, man. Yep,
Wow.
Never got his job back, and Gehrig played the next 2,130 games
straight.
straight. Yeah, never, because he saw my man probably had hangovers and busted knees, and he was like, "Yo, I remember how I got my job. I'm good, Skip."
Yep. I know that's right, man.
I mean, that's insane. Back then? What? How many games in a season?
Oh man,
Was it 162 yet?
I don't even know if it was 162 yet.
Wow.
I'll have to
150
look
maybe,
that up
something
and
like
let you
that.
know.
Yeah, that's insane, man. To think
But I mean,
2100.
to give it some context, the longest streak right now is what, 845, 846.
That is this.
My man Matt Olson, he's got the longest active streak. And they
Wow.
said he have to play till like 2039 or some crap like that
Oh my
to
god.
catch Lou Gehrig, and it's not happening.
Wow.
Like Matt takes pride in posting every day, but he's gonna have his valiant effort come up short. I don't think we'll ever see another Lou Gehrig
Yeah,
type streak,
that's a tough one to
because
beat.
it's just, I don't know. It just speaks to a testament to, and I mean that's just regular season. That's not count. I mean, the Yankees were in the playoffs every year,
Yep.
so that's 2130 in the regular season plus whatever he did in the postseason. So I mean, the man was a beast, and we all know that the record, what, 20? I'm sorry, 25. What's Cal's record now?
Oh man.
25 something. I
Um,
remember.
I, I thought I don't
Is it
know.
26? It's
No, I
25
don't.
or 26.
I have to look it
It's
up,
up
man.
there. I remember when he got
154
the.
games a season
Oh, it was 154 back then.
back then. Yep,
Yeah,
between 1923 and 1939.
That's wild.
that was the heyday.
Yes,
Yeah, I
10
mean,
years.
if you go back and look at that man's numbers, what do you have? Almost 497 for home runs.
bruh. It was
Just he was a beast. And if you just think about that lineup, you got him and Beirut and was DiMaggio on that squad or was that later?
that was later, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah, but
493 home runs, 340 batting average, bro.
what he actually cared about getting hits too?
Yeah, man, it was crazy. Seven-time All-Star, six-time World Champion, two-time AL MVP, run the Triple Crown AL batting champion in 1934.
Beast.
Led the AL in home runs three times, five-time AL RBI leader. He hit four
Beast.
home runs in a game. I mean, come on, bro.
But he was hitting against plumbers and janitors.
There
Big
we
shout
go.
out, man. That's a. It's just a
Nah,
no.
nah. Much respect for the Iron Horse.
Great.
26-32 for Cal.
Wow.
26-32. Yeah, that's
That's
yeah.
ridiculous. Never being broken. Ever.
Nah,
It's not.
nah. If Matty O gets to 1,500, good on you.
Yeah.
But to get to 2,000, let alone 26-32, nah. Maybe in a video game, but not in real life.
Yo, and when Cal broke it, man, they rolled out the carpet that night,
I
bro.
remember that he did laps around the field, and they had the countdown on the warehouse. They unfurled that one.
Yeah, because
Everybody started cheering.
it had to be it had to be an official
Yeah,
game before they did it. So
yeah. So between the top of the fifth and the bottom of the fifth, it was like, oh my God, Cal's done it. Blah, blah, blah.
yeah, right. My mom was like, "Didn't he do it when the game started?" I was like, "Nah, mom, he,
Nah, man. Imagine getting to the fourth inning and getting rained out,
I know,
and
right?
then like tripping down the stairs the next day, and you had to miss the game.
I know, man. It's crazy."
All right,
So yeah, shout out, man. Shout out
shout
to
out
the
to
Iron Man.
Big
Oh,
Lou.
Derek, man. History right there. All right, let's wrap it up here. Jacob DeGrom gets to 100 wins. Is he a Hall of Famer?
I'll let you have that, Zeke.
I'm just shocked that it took him this long to get to 100. But then I think about all those years that he spent in that poverty-stricken organization that plays in Queens, and it's like, yeah, it tracks. Um, Jacob DeGrom was like the poster child of having to do everything. There's plenty of nights where he'd go out there and throw 7 innings, give up 2 runs, strike out 10, and he'd go like 2 for 3 at the plate with an RBI, and the Mets would lose 2-1. Like he had no help, and then the injury bug caught up to him. So that's why it's like I would love to say he should be a shoe-in Hall of Famer, but it would be strictly on like potential in my eyes. Like that's like saying should Derrick Rose be a Hall of Famer? I love D. Pause. I love Derrick Rose. Um,
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. I I had to police myself on that one. Whoa. Um, Dave, I know we said we was putting the pause on pause, but I couldn't let that one
Yes.
slide, pimp.
All
I
right,
couldn't
man.
let that one
It's all
slide.
good, man.
Um, Derrick Rose, phenomenal player, one of my favorite players ever. Not just because he was a bull, but I mean the way he see even Lucito caught it, but the way he changed the game. Like he was a threat on the court, but those injuries, like he had the one MVP, never won a chip. Um, I look at Jacob DeGrom's career and it's similar. Like, yeah, he dominated on the mound. He was a beast at the plate, but the injuries cut the resume short. He's got the Cy Youngs. Did he win Rookie of the Year? I think he won Rookie of the Year, but he didn't get a chip until he was watching on the bench in Texas. Like he didn't even participate in that season. He just happened to be on the roster and got a ring. So it's hard for me to say he's in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Very Good. He's in the Hall of Must Watch. Like when Jacob DeGrom was pitching, you had to turn the TV on and watch it because, like I said, any given night he can go out there, he could shut one team's offense down while providing the only offense for his team. So he was fun to watch, but I would have loved to have Peasy on here to hear his take because he's a Met and Peasy loves all things his team. So, but that's the last time I'm gonna say that dude's name because he ditched us.
Poor Peasy.
But yeah, what you think, Dave? Hall of Famer?
Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna make this quick because I know we got to get out of here, man.
Yeah, my bad.
Um,
Pretty good.
I feel like the injuries, the number of injuries that he had, has really kind of like cut his Hall of Fame chances down. And the reason I say that is because pitchers typically you like to see a pitcher win 200 games at least, man, to be
At least.
at the bare minimum to be Hall of Fame caliber. He was that caliber pitcher, but the injuries took that away from him, and you have to give an account to that because there's other cats in other positions, other eras that didn't make the Hall of Fame because of injuries. So we have to use the same kind of barometer with him that we use with them. So if he hasn't touched at least 200 wins, man, at bare minimum, man, then no, you know, no Hall of Fame for me.
Respect it. Respect it.
I just want to look at his numbers real quick
Yep.
with the Mets. He played 9 seasons in New York. He had a 2.52 ERA.
Yeah,
Hmm.
He
ERA.
started 209 games and 82 wins. 82 wins.
Hmm.
With those numbers, you got a 2.52 ERA, 209 starts, and they were only able to get him 82 wins. And
Yep.
I mean, you look at you can go through and check it for yourself. I'm not going to prolong the show, but the strikeouts and the batting average against, like the man was untouchable. The man was dominant on the mound. Just didn't have the run support, didn't have the help, and I mean he was one of the first ones where like he was the one where I think they had to start looking at analytics when it came to Cy Young
Wow.
because you look at his numbers and it's like, oh, he's only got 11 wins.
Hmm.
But then you look at the other numbers and it's like, yo, he deserved about 20 wins. Like
No
he was on
doubt.
the mound and just dealing and doing his thing. So we can't fault him because his team was trash every time he was on the mound. So yeah, like the same thing with Felix Hernandez in Seattle. He was another one where he'd go out there and pitch phenomenal ball and his record didn't show it because when wins and losses, that's more of a team issue than a individual pitcher's issue. So yeah, I would love to see him get in the Hall of Fame. He just definitely deserves like one of the greatest of his era type title. I don't know. I don't think he gets into the Hall though.
Hmm.
The Hall is sacred.
Yeah, you got to leave that lasting mark, and it's a tough one, man. There's a lot of good players, but all right, man. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for staying tuned to our the current viewers that we're in. Berto, as always,
Yes,
Phil,
sir,
we
Berto.
appreciate you, man. You rocking with us since day one, so we appreciate you. But Peasy, wherever you are, we're thinking about you. We'll see you on the next go round. All right, fellas.
All right, fellas.
Peace out.
Deuces.
Peace.
Let's go.